Cool.
Cool. Okay. I am going to move you guys over to the map that we'll be starting on.
Okay.
Okay. The point of today is just to do a test combat, just to see how everything flows.
Okay.
Last time I did a test combat with Jeff and Morgan, and we were able to find a few bugs that we were able to find solutions for. So really glad I found those before go live day.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to hide Morgan's character. All right, and got the enemies ready. I've got you guys ready. Okay, so let me go ahead and delete Morgan's character. I'm going to keep Jeff's character in, just because between the two of you, Kevin's character is a controller, I think, which means you focus on positioning and debilitating enemies. Mike's character is a leader, which means you focus on healing and buffing. But neither of you are frontline. Neither of you are supposed to get your hands dirty. If either of you are getting hit by enemies, something has gone wrong.
Okay.
So I'm adding in Jeff's character because Jeff's character is I want to say it's called a vanguard. They're people that are supposed to be in the front tanking while the rest of you do the stuff you need to do.
Okay.
So just to fill out your party comp, and I will play Jeff's part to avoid any confusion, and I already basically know all of everyone's cards anyway.
So this is me, right?
Yep, that's you.
Yeah. Pretty close to what I was imagining.
Yeah. I'm pretty happy with that graphic. If you click on it and click Z, it'll zoom in so you can see the
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Jeff's sprite is pretty cool too. You should have permission
is
to.
This one Jeff's?
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
Okay, so those are your characters. Just to, respect everyone's time, let's get going with the combat as quick as possible and see how much we can get done. So the premise here, I'm actually going to move you guys back a little bit into the mouth of the cave. The premise here is you guys have been hunting down some crime lord slash cult leader that you have beef with. Maybe you're bounty hunters, maybe he did something to spite you. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to fight.
Okay.
But you track him down to his lair, peeking around the corner, ask things you can make out about this space. There are a lot of crates filling up this room. Most of the crates are empty. Some of them have small animals trapped inside of them. The animals are they are fauna not from this shard, so kind of like exotic animals.
Yeah.
They would fall under the magical creatures category in traditional D&D. But they probably won't come up. There's tables. I think you guys can make out where the tables are. You can see that the crates are kind of just littered about. Whoever is working here is clearly very messy, and everywhere that the crates are, or that this rubble rock stuff is going to be difficult terrain. So that's going to complicate movement. It costs 2 squares of movement to step into difficult terrain. Only one of it to step out, unless you're stepping again into more difficult terrain.
Brandon, did you draw this map, or is this?
No, this is I actually spent an amount that Lindsay can never know on a huge map pack. I think it was like a 300 map pack from somebody that I've actually been using this person's map for a long time, because a lot of people post their Patreon maps on Pinterest illegally, and I just use them because I need maps. And I figured I should finally pay for this. So now I pay for it.
Yeah. An amount that Lindsay can never know. Huh.
I don't know off the top of my head, more than 50, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. All right. So not like 1,000.
Yeah. You guys can't see the HP over these enemies, right?
I see A, C, F, R, W, and M.
Yep. That's fine. Okay, but you don't see the little red bar over their head.
No.
Move this guy over here. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna move. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay, so looking around the room, you can see that at 4 points along the wall, there are big like prison door kind of cage doors with a lever next to each one. You can see these levers?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
now I can,
those levers.
Okay. And behind them are big red reptilian. They kind of look like somewhere between a reptile and a really big dog, maybe more like a horse.
So they're dinosaurs.
They're dinosaurs. And so just peeking into the room, you can see there are followers of the person you're following that you've been hunting is named Pung. And he can be seen
P-U-N-G?
P-U-N-G.
Okay.
He can be seen here with the silver hair. He is talking to his lieutenant, who you've scrapped with before, and you see several of Pung's followers around the room that are just doing stuff with the cages, doing maintenance, maybe feeding some of the animals or something. They don't know you're here yet, and I'm gonna put yeah, I'm gonna put 2 more of these guys down, I think.
Okay.
Okay. Now, a thing you know about Pung's followers, Pung, these are not like soldiers from the army. They're just like poor people that have fallen into Pung's cult, and they're not particularly tough. You know that from experience. You know that both Pung and his lieutenant are magic users, and that his followers, even though they're not super good fighters on their own, are relatively dangerous because of the like enchanted weapons that Pung has equipped them with.
Mm-hmm.
And I mentioned the dinosaurs, and yeah, so that's the situation. Jeff's character will just go along with whatever you guys have in mind. So how do you start this encounter? The goal is to either capture Pung or kill him. Let's say the bounty on him is good, dead, or alive.
Can I sue for peace?
You
just
can.
Kidding. I'm kidding.
But well,
I know that the point is to test out some of the combats. I'm just joking.
I haven't tested the skill checks either, so
Oh, okay. Well, let's
um
then I take that back. Let's sue for peace.
but if you were to go in by stealth, you could potentially gain control of the situation before anything starts. If you go in waving a white flag, you alert them.
So we would have to sneak in.
Well, if you want to try to get control of the situation before shit hits the fan, if you just wave a flag and walk in, then you'll have to see what happens.
I mean, I'd like to stealth in. I don't remember how good I am at stealth.
Let's
Let me
go
check.
ahead and try and stealth
I know. Kevin's character is good at stealth. If either of you alt double click on your character or go through the normal methods you would get to a character sheet, you are looking for the L5 versions of your characters. You should see your skills listed in the bottom right of your skill sheet. Kevin is trained in stealth and has a plus 10 bonus.
10.
You're level 5 characters, and the numbers scale very quickly in 4th edition, which is intentional because I wanted something that has a very shonen anime feel. So by the end of the campaign, it should be getting to like 4th season of Dragon Ball Z level craziness. That's what I'm going for.
Why don't how far is my move speed?
Your move speed is 6 move and 6 fly, I believe.
I'm still orienting myself on the new character sheets. Movement, 6 feet, 6 speed. Where was the fly speed?
I don't know that I have it written down yet, but you chose to take fly for your character, so.
Okay, well, I'm just going to move.
You are able to drag your character, correct?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm moving here, and I want to kind of like skirt along the wall, if I can like skirt along the wall, like in and amongst the rubble.
So either of you should now be able to mouse over your character and see some of your defensive stats. And do that with Jeff's character as well.
Well, I rolled a nat 1.
That's not good.
Wow.
I think Jeff has a movement of 6.
This is another good song. This is from, oh god, what is it called? Child of Light, right?
You played that.
Yeah. Love that song.
So, when you roll skills, you should try to roll. Is that built in?
Did you see the roll? Did you see the roll?
Yeah, I see the roll. I'm just double checking. Okay, so it does come out to a plus 10 bonus. I just needed to check because one of the things they do in 4th edition is you get the amount of a bonus proportionate to your training in that skill. So if you're trained in a skill, you get a plus 5. You also get to add your relevant ability modifier, so dexterity in this case, which is a 3 for you, and half of your level. So that half a level number gets added to basically everything. So across the board, you're going to get better at everything as you level up. But instead of tracking those numbers separately for everything, it's just a flat add half your level.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's go with the more interesting one and take your 16. That's still not a very high roll for you.
No, I only rolled a 6, right? Only 5 better. Still like in the bottom.
I think the only people who are around that could see you are these followers.
Yes.
And the followers, let's look for their oh, well, their perception skill is a -1, so you might be fine. But no,
wow.
You are You are stealthily. How are you stealthing in? Are you creeping along the like bottom, or are you kind of like flying along the ceiling and hoping to go like above their eye level?
I was creeping along. I wanted to creep along the bottom.
Okay, you're creeping along the bottom, and here's what's happens. I think you are creeping and you accidentally upset one of these stones that accounts for your low skill check, but you're good at stealth, so you reach out quickly and you grab the stone and slow it down so it doesn't make any noise. But just as you're doing that, this follower cultist person was having a smoke and dropped his pack of cigarettes, and as he looks down to see them, he sees you reaching over to grab the rock. And he goes,
and is incredibly perceptive.
yeah, he goes, hey, you're not supposed to be here. And with that, I think everyone starts grabbing their stuff and looking over. So,
all right.
You guys won't get a surprise round, but neither will they.
Okay.
So, now we're going to roll initiative. If you guys go on your character sheets, you should see an initiative button. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and clear out the old initiative. Okay, these guys have...
Actually, that's not bad.
I
like the flavor text that you had ready for battle.
I didn't put that in, but it is very good. Unbeliever. Okay, so they rolled a 5, so that's not ideal. Let me go ahead and add them as I go. Add turn 5. And next up is Pung himself. Pung's initiative is also a +1, so let's go ahead and roll for him. 12. Add turn. Pung is a 12. Unbelievers have a 5. The lieutenant and then the dinosaurs, and then we're good to go. Lieutenant has a +2, so I'm just going to do the same roll, but add a 1 to it. That's a 13. Okay. Right click. Come on. Add turn. You have a 13, and check for these guys, the dinosaurs. Oh, they're surprisingly perceptive.
They are all rolling the same as me. I have to have a roll off for that.
Dino boys. They rolled a 17. All right.
They rolled what Mike rolled.
But thankfully, they can't do anything right now because they're in the cells.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna say in general, in the case of the tie, players go first. I think it's just more interesting. Except this cult leader. There. Okay. So if you guys want to see the turn order, do you guys have, so on the left side of the screen, you should have this little bar with a bunch of different tools on it. So there's a mouse tool, there's probably like a measuring stick tool, and a dice tool, and maybe one that looks like a clock. Do you see that?
I'm looking. Where am I?
It'll be in the top left of your screen. So
I'm gonna see. Can you share your screen and show me?
Actually, yeah, that'll be easier. Now I am. Come on. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. You have to go click the thing to accept.
Yep.
Okay, so I have this bar here. Do you guys not have a bar like this?
I have less options.
Okay,
Don't
that's correct.
worry.
I'm GM, so I have stuff like I can toggle between the different layers and I can draw shapes and stuff.
Yes.
But the one you want is this one. Do you have one that looks like this, like a clock?
No.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
don't.
Do you have one that looks like this? It's a D20.
Yes, I do have
Okay.
that one.
That one's nice. If you want to do a quick roll, you can just
Yes.
mouse over one of the numbers. Okay. Well then, we will just make note of the turn order, and I will communicate it. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen now to save bandwidth. Okay. So, the person with the highest initiative is Mike. So, Mike, you hear your good buddy Buzzlord up ahead gets spotted. What do you do? Oh wait, sorry, I have to do things. I have to give you guys things. So first, I'm going to give each of you. Oh, I need to recall all. Recall all. Okay. So, Mike, I'm going to give you your starting cards. Both of you will have a certain selection of abilities that will always be available. And then your other abilities are going to get drawn as you get to them. Static shock, this thing, and everything else is extra. Okay. Why does it show that? Okay. And now I'm going to do the same. Oh, did a card just drop down?
I dragged it out. Was I not supposed to drag it out?
Well, just hold on to that for a second. Okay, gonna give that to Kevin. I'm gonna give, let's say, that one, and that one, and do you have a race ability? This one. Okay, so those are your starting cards. Now, if you, on Roll20, if you find where your name is in the bottom left, just above your name, you should have a little card icon. Do you see that?
Yep.
Go ahead and click on that card icon, and it should pull up your hand. Now, the cards in the hand view are super tiny and not easy to see, but if you click on them, it'll zoom in so you can read the text. And I think that is it for Jeff. Okay. So,
Oh my god, I've been on mute this whole time. Bryn, it looks like I only have one card in my hand. Is that accurate? I only have an inevitable shot? Or am I not going at the right spot?
Can you screen share?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was not looking in the right spot. I see it now.
Cool.
I can, however, I'm clicking on the cards and it's pulling them up, so I don't think this is a problem.
Can you screen share for me?
Oh, me? Yeah, sure. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I'm in the right spot, right?
Yeah. Make sure you watch along with this, so we can look at it together. Yeah. Okay. So click off of that. Okay. Yeah. So you're looking at your hand currently. That gray box with 4 cards in it. Those are the 4 cards in your hand. So you'll want to go through and click on each of them, get an impression of what they do. When over time, you'll start to recognize some of the the symbols. So like if it's a red card, it means you can use it once every encounter. If it's black, you can use it once a day. If it's green, you can use it at will.
Yes.
There's a symbol that indicates how much time it takes to do, a symbol that indicates the general range, stuff like that.
Yep.
But the big one is very quickly when we actually start the campaign, you have, a couple games under your wing, you're going to start to recognize the cards based on their card image, and that'll be your shorthand for, if you have one particular card that is your the one you use. Okay, so and when you want to play a card, you just drag it from your hand onto the map.
Oh shoot, I'm still sharing my screen. Sorry.
I was about to say you can stop sharing.
I'm buying a futon because people are going to be coming over for the wedding.
Nice. I love futons. Okay, Mike, you have a similar thing. You can see the cards in your hand.
Yeah, so about the card that I dragged out, how do I get rid of that?
It's interesting. It shouldn't be in your hand if it's on the field, but just
it's
click on
actually
it and
just showing
click
on the field.
Yeah, click on it and click delete. There you go.
There we go.
Try dragging that card from your hand to the field again. Okay, now it disappeared from your hand. That's what it's supposed to do. Now, if you played it by accident, or if it's like an at-will ability that you're going to continue being able to use, just right-click on it and say take card. And it goes back into your hand, just like so.
Cool.
Okay, so that's the gist of the how to do that. So Mike, you get a move, you get a standard action, and if you have anything that uses it, you get a minor action. So it looks like both of your healing abilities are minor actions, but nobody's hurt yet, so you don't need to use them. So looking at your card hand right now, the only thing that makes sense to do is move forward and use static shock.
Static shock,
but
that's what I was going to do.
I forgot, it's your turn, and at the start of your turn, normally what you're going to do is draw 2 cards. If there's a specific thing that you need to do and you don't have it in your hand, you can just search your deck for it. The deck format is not there to limit you from being able to do something. It's just to help you make decision-making easier. So,
okay. So draw 2 cards?
Draw 2 cards. So the way you do that is you just go to your deck and you click and drag the card. Do not let go until your mouse is over your player name. And then you get a little yellow box around your player name. And if you let go, then it'll go into your hand. Give that a try. So that went onto the field.
Yeah, I went over the name and it didn't highlight.
Do you have a little picture above your name? The little icon?
I mean, I do have the deck with six cards.
Okay, but you don't have your player icon. Can you screen share for me? All right, and I am watching. Okay, so
I am also watching just because I'm gonna do this too in a bit.
So go to the deck. Your deck is the purple one. Click and drag. Mouse over Ghost of Storm. Okay, see the yellow box?
Got it.
That means you have it selected. Now let go. It goes into your hand. That one, right click on it, the one that's on the field, and say take card. That's what you can do if you just drop it on the field by accident. Okay, so now you can stop screen sharing now. Okay, so you have probably 3 things you can do now. So you have your static shock ability, which has a range of 5. And you have bolster armor, which is just a buff you put on an ally. And you have life tap, which has a range of 10. Both of those are dailies, so those are your big guns. You might want to hold on to them.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna move up and do static shock.
Okay, on the nearest guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
that one, the one in front.
I'm tweaking the volume on Hydra. Can you just move your character to wherever you want him? Do you know if you're moving a character, you can right click and it'll show you how far you've stepped? So I think that was more than 5 steps. I think. You were back here, correct?
Yeah, I was there.
So if you move your character and then right click, it'll show you. So 5 would put you here, I think. That might be where you were at. I might have measured wrong. Okay, so you walk 5 steps forward, and he is still not quite within 5 of you, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you can't quite reach him.
Okay.
Now, if you did like life tap, you could hit him. But as I've said, these guys are scrubs. You probably don't want to waste your big gun on him.
I'm not going to. I just want to go forward.
Now, here's something else you can do. This is actually probably what you will want to do. So, you have the highest initiative. Your turn is 17. Everyone else is below you. Here's a cool thing I came up with for initiative. It's kind of in the official rules, but I'm making a flexible version of it. It's more interesting. You can delay your turn anywhere lower on the turn order, but you can't loop around. So, because you rolled a 17, you can effectively change your initiative for this turn to any number below 17 that you want. So you can go anytime later in the turn. But if you have a low initiative, you can't loop around and make yourself go earlier in the turn next turn. Does that make sense?
Yes,
So
but like, does
Kevin-
that mean if I went lower now, would I effectively get 2 turns,
Nope.
or I could only do that at the beginning?
Well, you can split your turn, so you can do your move now and your action later. But the important thing is if you do that, if you said I want to give myself like a 12.5 or whatever initiative, so I can go between Kevin and Pung, that only affects this turn. Next turn, you're going to go back to being 17 initiative. So you don't lose your spot in the line. So it is only ever good to be high on the initiative order. So if you want, what you can do now is you can delay your turn, but you need to tell me like now when you're delaying your turn until. So you can say, I want to go after the cult leader, you can go say, I want to go after the lieutenant, or I want to go after Kevin, or I want to go after the believers. But you can't just you can't just say, oh, I'll tell you when I'm ready.
Okay. Well, for now, I'm just gonna leave it as such. Well, if I could I go after the pug in front of me, like the pug believer in front of me?
Yeah. Well, all the believers are going to go at the same
They're
time.
gonna go at the same time. Yeah, I'd like to go after them.
They have the lowest initiative, so you would be going last if you did that.
Okay.
All right. So then the nice thing is, because as soon as you're going to go after them, and then the next thing that's going to happen is you're going to roll over into the next turn, and your initiative's going to go back to 17, and you're going to get to go again immediately. Okay, so you're done. It's the dinosaurs' turns, and they get very excited and start barking and smashing their heads against their cage, but nothing actually changes. They can't do anything.
Okay.
And okay, so now it is the lieutenant's turn. The lieutenant has a move of 6. Let me look at his ability list to make sure I have something good chosen. Well, that's fun. I'm gonna flip a coin to see which of you two to target. Hey, I never added Jeff to the turn order, did I?
Nope.
I don't think that you did.
Well, that's gonna be important. Where is initiative? Roll. Wow, not great, my dude. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna roll roll D2. A 1 is Kevin, 2 is Mike. All right, so this guy's gonna go after Kevin. Now he's probably gonna have to step forward to get close to you, and then yeah, he can move a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, he only moved 5 squares, but I'm counting it as 6 squares because he moved through here, and that's difficult terrain. He had to climb over those boxes, so it slowed him down a little. He got here, and let's see how far away he is from Kevin. 9 squares. Perfect. Okay. So he can attack you without penalty. Is okay. Kevin, he rolled a 14 versus your fortitude. Now, if I mouse over your character, it'll tell me what your fortitude is. Your fortitude is 14. If it meets, it beats. So, you got hit. Okay. So he had this little pendant in his hand, and he swung it forward, and a bolt of darkness shot out of it over his. Actually, hey, guess what? I forgot something. So this is one of the things I was supposed to have out because I'm trying to learn and study. And the way I'm going to do that is, come on. I'm
not having a good set of things happening to me right now.
No, you've
get found immediately.
Right. Thankfully, you didn't actually get hit. And the reason why is going to be on this thing I just pulled up. Is that gonna fit on the map if I zoom out? Yeah, it does. Okay. I'm gonna try to put it as far off to the side as I can so it hopefully doesn't interrupt the action too much. Attacking, doing stuff, attacking. Advantage, not relevant. Cover. Are you partially covered? Yes. There's a table between him and you.
Yes, that would be. You're talking about this guy, right?
Yeah, the hooded figure.
No. I'm the table. This is the table.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And it's
that's
full
the
of
table.
packages and
There's
stuff.
also a person between the two of you.
Got it.
And
Okay.
some boxes. So you
Okay.
either have cover or superior cover. Cover would be if
Okay.
you are partially covered, so like between 25 and 75%.
I would say that it's
superior cover would
only
be.
partial.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
it's only partially.
It doesn't feel like superior cover because I'm out in the open. There's just something in between us.
Yeah. But the good thing is, that -2 is enough for you to not get hit. So
Cool.
nothing happens.
That's nice then.
Okay. So we go back to my initiative counter. Lieutenant's turn is done. It is now Kevin's turn.
Yay!
So first things first, you're gonna want to drag from your deck to your little guy.
Is there a way to the combat set? It's a little distracting. Is there a way to like hide it for the time being?
The deck? Just
No, not the deck. The combat star doing stuff like it's a little distracting. I don't know what.
I can. We will just pull this back.
Bring it
up.
back if it's necessary.
Okay. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna because I'm gonna want to consult that regularly so that I know that I'm not forgetting anything. That's the main purpose of this game.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
I will pull it way off to the side so you don't see it anymore, right?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's very good. Thank you.
Uh-huh. It was covering up Mike's character. That was partially the other problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're another inevitable shot. Let me just through it. Trigger when you miss a creature with a ranged attack.
You have inevitable shot twice. You can just put one of them down and delete it. You're not supposed to have. There aren't supposed to be two of them in your deck.
Well, I drew the second one. Do you want me to draw again?
Yeah, just put it on the ground and delete it, and then draw two more.
Two more?
Yeah, so you get two every turn. If one ends up on the field like that, just right-click on it and say
take card. Yep, got
it.
it. Okay, cool. This one, yeah, it's gonna take me a second to get used to this. Oh, I love this song.
Yeah, there should be only one inevitable shot in your deck. I wonder
Minor action. That's cool. Stag Beetle's Grace.
Let me look at that.
That is really, really cool.
So that's great for you as a ranged character.
Yes, in case someone closes the distance.
You also have something called Quick Shift, which is a green card in your deck that has the same minor action symbol. Quick Shift, you can shift, which is the same as a 5-foot step in other games, as a minor action. So pretty much at the start of any turn, you can take 5 feet to step away and then still get a move action later.
Yeah.
That Stag Beetle's Grace is like if you need to get around somebody.
Yeah, so I'm going to start by taking a 5-foot step here, right?
Okay.
And then I can do a minor action and then still attack, right?
You can do a move action and still attack. You used a minor action to step there. I mean, technically, you can convert a move action into a minor action. Is there a minor action you need to do?
There was a minor action that I want to do. I want to
Infernal
do
Quills?
Infernal Quills, but it's ranged 3, so...
No, that's fine. So, you can convert down. So you can convert a standard into a move into a minor into a...
Okay, so I could do my Infernal Quills. I can move here as a minor action. Then as my move action, I convert it into a minor action, do Infernal Quills, and then take my attack action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. It gets a little confusing, but yes.
It's no worries. So how do I do Infernal Quills? Like actually
so just drag it from your hand onto the field so we can all see it. All right, now I'm gonna, now that it's on the field, I'm gonna zoom in so I can look at it. And now, do you have buttons on the bottom of the screen below all of our names? There should be a button that says 2 weapon choice, weapon 1 attack, etc.
No. Below our names, can you share your screen?
Yeah. So share your screen. Screen, go live. Okay.
What buttons are you looking at? Nope, I do not have those. Although they're actually up on the top left of my screen, so I do see.
You know what? That's fine. It is weird because, oh, I know what's happening. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Okay, so technically, I think what is happening is if you go to this collections tab, you'll see some of these, and you'll be able to just check the in bar button to have it visible at the bottom all the time. But it shouldn't matter because as long as your character is selected, you'll see it up top. So just use the one up top.
See. Okay, that makes sense. All right, I'm just selecting them to be.
Okay, so you're going to want to go with
what is it?
So for now, just to train it, do 2 weapon choice.
2 weapon choice. Do you see what happened?
Let me click.
What is that?
Oh no! Did I do that stupid thing again? God damn it! I can fix that.
Okay.
I keep making macros. Doing macros and having any kind of formatting requires you to put in HTML in them. But the problem is, as soon as you save them, it converts the HTML into like plain text. So everywhere where I am putting in HTML to say put a line break here, it just puts an enter instead and breaks the line.
Gotcha.
Let me go ahead and do test. That's what we want. Okay. Save changes.
Okay.
Do it again. Click on your guy and then click that button. Perfect. You need to be selected. Were you selected on your character?
Oh no, I wasn't. I was selected on the Infernal Quills. Give me a second. Now let me do it.
Yep. Okay. Now,
attributes.
There's a quicker way you can do this, but I just wanted to do this way to.
So it's Constitution is the attack.
So you are not going to do roll with egg launcher, because this is not a weapon attack. This is this is an attack that's coming from your body. So you actually want roll attack without weapon.
And where's roll attack without weapon?
So just click cancel on all the prompts you have now in the chat. The thing that popped up in the chat, there should be 3 options. It says roll attack with egg launcher, roll attack with blank, and roll attack without weapon. Do you see that?
I see it. I'm going. Yes, I got it. Well, I'm clicking on that. What is?
Did I change the name of it?
No weapon ATK. I'm clicking on it to try to like get the prompt.
Weapon attack.
Also, I love this game as well. This is from what? Greece?
Oh, make sure you're selected on your dude.
I am selected on my dude.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm selected.
I wonder if it's because I haven't given you permission to it. I bet that's what it is. Okay, hold on. I saved it. Try it again. Did you get a pop-up?
Yeah, got it this time.
This is why we do testing.
No attack bonuses, right? Constitution.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't break anything that I had to
Which
open
attribute is added to damage?
No Constitution.
What do you mean?
So I'm looking at your card. Your
Yeah.
card says Constitution +2 versus AC, and
Yeah.
hit is 1d8 plus Constitution modifier damage.
Ah, got it. Okay. Constitution. What's the damage formula? Is that just
1d8.
yes? That's what I thought. Attack
Alright.
10, damage 2. Wow, that was awful.
It was awful, but you're gonna learn a cool new. So first of all, I'm just gonna click on Infernal Quills here, and I'm gonna click delete,
Yeah.
and that is going to put it in your discard pile. Now,
Perfect.
that is an encounter ability.
Yeah.
So we want that to be in your discard pile, and
Okay.
the next time at the end of this encounter, we'll just shuffle your whole discard pile back into your deck, so you'll be able to draw them again for next encounter.
Okay.
But if you do
sounds
a
good.
daily ability that you don't get back at the end of the encounter, we're going to leave that on the board. That way it doesn't get shuffled back in.
Makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
So that was only my only a minor
But,
action. I get another attack action, right?
This guy is a minion, and minion enemies, even if they're level 20 minion enemies, always have exactly 1 hit point.
Oh my
so
god, that's awesome.
He is dead. Yeah, no, I actually love this.
He's dead? My
He's
attack
dead.
broke through? I thought it was
Oh, sorry, you
Constitution
did
versus
10 AC.
Yeah.
Well, it was 10 versus
14.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So yeah,
dead.
it did not break through. I didn't look closely enough at the attack. Okay.
Okay.
So now you're going to do one of your attacks. Did you yeah. So you have 2 attacks you can do.
I'm gonna do constricting centipedes.
Good. You might get a pop-up saying that I want to steal a card. Just ignore that. I wanted to read your text.
Okay. Give me 1 second. So this is an attack.
So you can just drop it on the
Egg
field
launcher,
if
right?
you want. Yeah. So the nice thing about dropping it on the field is I can be reading the card while you're plugging stuff in. Yeah, you're attacking with ranged weapons, so with egg launcher.
With egg launcher, with wisdom mod, no attacking bonus, hits
so
W amount. What? Oh, 1.
Yep, 1 weapon, plus wisdom modifier when
Which
it asks.
attribute is used for damage is
Wisdom.
wisdom. Getting the hang
It's
of this.
almost exclusively going to be the same thing for attack and damage.
Did that do anything? Did I had him I don't think I had him selected, but I can go through it real quick. No. 1 wisdom submit. Yeah, there we go. Attack 22, damage 6. Oh, by the way, I think I mentioned him, but I am attacking.
I knew you were selecting. I knew you were going for him. Okay. So you hit him. Now, anytime you use an attack that uses a ranged weapon, the range of that attack is going to be the range of your ranged weapon, which for you and for Mike, I believe, is going to be 10 with no penalties, 20 with disadvantage.
Okay, got it. And then no ability to beyond that. He's 3 away, so we're all up on the up and up, and I kill the minion.
Yep, you kill the minion. Technically, you launch this egg at him that bursts into a giant centipede on contact that starts constricting around him, and I think it just crushes him.
Can I flavor text this that this centipede is not going to, like, kill him until the battle is over? Like, he is completely incapacitated on the ground, struggling the entire time, and you're hearing his screams. Oh my god, is this from Outer Wilds? Mike, you're just playing, like, the soundtrack of, like, all my favorite games.
Yeah, the link for the playlist is in the top in the soundtrack section. It's actually a very, very good playlist.
Wait, where is it? Soundtrack. Where?
And then if you scroll up a bit, there should be, like, a link, like an actual Spotify link that shows, like, all the songs that are in it.
Oh, yeah, I do see. This is, Outer Wilds is a very sad game.
Yeah.
When you find out what's going on, you're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this is like really heartbreaking.
That's not the one where you play as a like space archaeologist, is it?
I mean, kind of, yeah. It's Groundhog Day it's Groundhog Day in space.
That's not the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of another one where the actual like gameplay loop itself is you doing basically archaeology and trying to uncover the story behind this lost species.
I think we are thinking about the same game.
that's still the same game.
That's
You're
the
doing a
same
lot of
game.
that.
Yeah.
Well, good. I have not played it, so.
Hey, Bryn, for my at-will abilities, instead of deleting it, I just go back to take card, right? Because I get the card back, yeah.
Yep. So you'll have that available next turn as well.
And that's the end of my turn, right?
Yep.
I kind of gotta go to the bathroom now. A good time.
This is a fine time. You might have less health when you get back.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yep. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Okay, so Kevin's turn is done. It is Pung's turn. Let me look at this dude's character sheet here. Let's see what he can do. The first 5 targets allies. This is very good. Okay, so let's see where Pung is going to want to be for maximum efficiency. It's probably going to want to be over here. So 4 steps will get him here. He doesn't have to go through any difficult terrain to get there. And so so Pung is going to look at the 3 of you and see that both you and Kevin are holding ranged weapons, but Jeff is holding melee weapons. So he's going to use this ability on Jeff. And let me... actually, you know what? He might not be able to. It has a range of 10.
Too far, yeah.
Will he be able to use it on Kevin? He will be able to use it on Kevin, but not on you. Okay, so he's going to probably use it on Kevin. Let me see if he has anything else that can hit him. I don't think so. No. Okay, so he's going to use this ability on Kevin. I can do this. It's at squiggly selected. Name. I'm testing out a new macro that I'm building on the fly, so it might give us an
Cool.
error when I
No
do
worries.
it.
Take your time.
Plus attack bonus and G. I think I need squigglies here. Maybe not, but let's try it that way. I'll click here and see if I have any clues. Yeah, okay. Double brackets, squiggly, question mark. And double squigglies, squiggly, double bracket. Perfect. Okay. See what happens when I click enter. Cancel. Selected, let's try character underscore name. All right, it worked. And I believe this is a +7, 1d6 +3. So I'm gonna cancel. Because question mark squiggly. Squiggly. Okay. Attack bonus is 7. Wait, what? Attack bonus is 7 versus will, 1d6 +3. Worked. Okay, I need to save this before I lose it.
Okay.
All right, save. Universal enemy attack. All right, save changes. I'm the only one who needs to see that. Put that in the bar. I don't need that. Well, I guess I'll keep that around. I don't need either of those. Okay, cool. So, Pung used bitter epithet on Kevin. This is a taunt, basically. He rolled a 10 versus will. Kevin's will is 17. Not very effective. It occurs to me that I forgot to level Pung up, but even with the +2 bonus he should have on that,
Still wouldn't do it.
still wouldn't do it. So I will keep that in mind for the future. Okay, great. So, what happens if I press? Yeah, nothing. Okay. All right, so Pung's turn is done. It is now Jeff's turn. I'm gonna draw 2 cards for Jeff. 1, 2. He's almost certainly gonna start by
Hello, y'all.
closing
Did I
this.
miss,
Hey, now.
did I miss anything?
I made a cool new macro, but not much.
By the way, Um, oh my god, it's Besaid Island. What the hell? Mike, is this... Did you make this playlist, or is this...
No, this is already a curated. I just looked for like decent
Holy
lo-fi
shit.
music, and this one just has just all the hits.
Oh, it's so good.
Might need to use that. Nature's Wrath. During each of your turns, you can mark each adjacent enemy, and Form of the Winter's Herald isn't any good. I'm gonna do a real quick. Just Google search D&D 4E move, because I think there's a option to do a charge that lets you move a little faster. Each character has a movement speed. When you take a move action, you can either stand up from prone, shift one pace, or move a number of paces equal to your speed. Move, shift, stand up, ride, mount, climb, swim, sprinting. That's pretty cool. But let me go to charge. Charge attack, universal. One creature at least 3 paces away. You move in a straight line into the closest space that you could attack. Then make a... Can you move and charge? Okay, great. So I had to double check some stuff. So, this game has charge as an action, and the way it works is, you can move a second time in your turn, but you don't get a fancy attack at the end of it.
Okay.
So, and you have to be able to hit an enemy, and there is no enemy that Jeff could hit. So Jeff is just going to do two movements. I think the first took him here, and then his second is going to take him here. He can get there without going through. You know, I don't think I'm going to count one of these two as difficult terrain, and I don't think there's any way of him not passing through one of those two. So I'm going to end him one space short. Okay, so Jeff is doing nothing this turn but charging forward as quick as he can, because he needs to get in melee fast. Okay. Turn order. The next is all of the Pung believers, and then Jeff is going to go after that. Okay, so... Or Mike is going to go after that. Okay, so one of the Pung believers is already down. One of them is going to move... So I'm moving this southmost one first. So he moves 2 spaces of movement to climb into the boxes, 2 more spaces to climb over the boxes to this crank, and he is going to start cranking this wheel.
Okay.
This one is going to do the same thing, and this one is going to do the same thing. Neither of them had to deal with difficult terrain, so that's easy. This one is going to get close to Pung, and this one is just going to do a shift, and then nothing else for now. And that is all of them. So,
Okay.
so all of these Pung believers have started cranking the wheels on these gates, and the gates have started rolling up. You can see the dinosaurs leaning down and clawing their claws out from underneath, trying to climb through. They are not going to be able to climb through next yet, but maybe next turn they will. So you might want to stop that. Mike,
Okay.
it is your turn. You've
Can I-
already moved.
Yeah,
so
can I shoot? Am
you
I
can
am I
shoot.
far like close enough to shoot
So you
that one?
have a range of a basic range of 10 and a fallout range of 20. After 20, you can't shoot any further. Let
Okay.
me I'm just gonna drag you over and right click to see what the range is. It's 11. So from where you are, you're gonna have disadvantage if you shoot at him, but you can do it. Disadvantage is not nearly as bad in this game as it was in the other one.
Yeah, I think I'd still
Yeah.
like to take the shot.
Okay. Now, just so you know, I'm looking at my attack modifier here. So you're going to have a -2 because you are shooting beyond your preferred range. You're also going to suffer a -2 because he has cover. I'm trying to debate whether he has superior cover because you've got a wall between you and him and at least one crate and some rocky terrain. I kind of think he has superior cover. So that's going to make this shot hard.
Okay.
But their AC is shit, so roll it and see what happens.
What am I rolling on my sheet?
Well, let's see what attack you're using. So, if I need to make a basic attack card for everyone. So if static shock only has a range of 5. If you just want to shoot this guy, you're going to just do a basic attack. Let's see. Go ahead and do a. So if you click on your guy, do you see weapon 1 attack as one of the options in the top left?
No.
Do you see any options? It should be along the top of the screen.
Oh, like after I click. Okay. Yes, I see weapon 1 and weapon 2.
Okay. Do you also see all the other ones I preloaded into there?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I might or might not do that for everyone's abilities. Since I found this other system that's a little bit easier and more universal. Anyway, go ahead and roll a weapon 1 attack. And
then do I add an attribute to it?
Yeah. You're going to want to add, I think, dexterity to everything. Because you need a special feat in order to use something other than dexterity for your basic attacks, which you will probably want to pick up at some point. But for now, It's just a dexterity, which is a +0 for you. So, and your attack formula is just 1W. Just 1W plus dexterity and nothing else. So, attack plus dexterity, damage 1W plus dexterity. That's it. Ooh, that just might do it.
Wow. Nice.
But it might not. So, you've got a -2 that bumps you down to an 18. And then you're either going to have a -2 or a -5. So either 16 or 13. 13 doesn't hit him, but 16 does. I think splitting the distance difference, because he doesn't have definitely like a full superior cover. So I'm gonna say it hits. Barely.
Cool. I'll take it.
But the nice thing is 3 damage is enough to kill a minion. So
yeah.
So we've discussed that your character's weapon is this kind of sort of like alchemy steampunk blunderbuss. So you
fun. So
you
much
kind
fun.
of just lift this thing up and it goes boom. And then the guy just goes, oh, falls over. Yeah, I think he just falls on the ground, drops the crank, the door slams shut, and he's down.
Cool.
Okay, it is the start of turn 2. There's some stuff we have to do at the start of the turn, but the first thing is I have to correct the turn order. So Mike is back up top. Now, combat start, all of that is done. Turn start. Would anybody like to delay action? Does anybody take any ongoing damage or effects? Any status effects in place? None of that's relevant. Okay, so we're going to go straight to turns. Mike, it is your turn. Would you like to delay action or go?
No, I think I'm just gonna go.
Okay.
Sounds
so you can do
good.
5 steps and then take an action. Remember to draw 2 cards. The thing you did before was a basic action, a basic attack, which is it's an at-will, so it doesn't affect your cards. Okay, so you got 10 cards now. It's a good collection you got.
All right, I'm just pumping through these real quick. One sec. I think I'd like to go ahead and use bolster armor. Should I pull that out of the deck and onto the field?
Your armor, until the end of the encounter, when hit by an attack, the target can... Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, so you're gonna drop that on the field. So one thing to be aware of, Jeff definitely is definitely the tankiest person in the party right now. He has most health, the most AC. But Jeff's character role as a tank, his main ability is called marking, which it doesn't exactly force an enemy to attack him, but it heavily punishes them if they don't attack him, if they try to attack anyone other than him. So most of the enemies are going to be attacking Jeff most of the time. So Jeff might be the best target for this, but he's also... if the enemy attacks anyone other than Jeff, they're going to get hurt a lot more than Jeff will. So...
Yeah, well, my intention was to use it on Jeff, because he's kind of right in the front.
Perfect. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and I have a little. Oh no, I got a little shield status effect here. Look at that. So we will remember that he has that shield. Now, bolster armor. I'm gonna ask you to keep that on the field. Partially because it's an ongoing effect, so we'll be able to look back and peruse it. But also partially because at the end of the encounter, you're not going to get that one back. You'll get it back from sleep. So we're just going to put it I mean, right there is fine. Just somewhere nice and out of the way. Okay. And your turn is done, I believe. Okay, good. It is now Drake Reaver's turns. The dinosaurs all continue to bash themselves against the gates, and they scare the people who are working on the cranks quite badly, but they don't stop cranking. And they can't do anything else right now because they're in cages. And as long as they're in cages, you're safe. So you're good.
There's that.
You're fine. You're fine. Okay, it is now the lieutenant's turn. And let's look at what Lieutenant has up his sleeves. Lieutenant, Night's Veil or Darkness Unleashed. He's gonna hold off on that. I know what he's gonna do. Okay. So I'm moving that just out of the way for now. Come on. Grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it. Make it smaller. Four, five, six. I guess he likes being here, so maybe just... I think he's gonna move to here. So none of you guys can get to him very easily. And he's going to use Night's Veil on... he doesn't have any reason to attack Jeff. You know what? I need him to make a knowledge roll, actually. Uh, 21. Okay, that's high enough. So he knows that Night's Veil is a necrotic effect, and he's gonna look between Kevin's character and Mike's character and get the impression that Mike's character might be somewhere in the unholy spectrum and decide not to use this necrotic ability on him, and he's gonna use it on Kevin instead.
That is entirely fair.
Wow.
That is like, I don't want to accidentally buff him. That wouldn't be good.
Okay, so attack name is Knight's Veil. Bonus is 7. Defense stat is Fortitude. Damage formula is 8 plus 3. And if that hits, you're blinded. So your Fortitude is 14. This attack was 15. And I'm trying to decide if you have any cover here. I don't think the table itself would count as cover because he's like using it. You know, if you're like sitting in front of the sandbags aren't blocking your line of sight.
Right. That kind of does feel like
on
the
table.
closer you get to the cover, the better cover it becomes for you, and the worse cover it becomes for your opponents. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, the only thing is there is this one box that is squarely and unobjectionably between you and him. And I think that gives you a little cover. So that's going to bump his attack down
fair.
to 13, and your Fortitude is 14, so you are not hit.
Yay!
Barely. But
Barely.
I think that this, I think you see the like magical little sparks from this ability bounce off of
it's very close. It's
very close.
Kind of scary.
Yeah, and actually, since it's Fortitude, I think it does hit you, but you're able to kind of just like shiver and shuck it off.
Yes,
Okay.
that is entirely fair.
So he is done. Kevin, your rebuttal.
All right, let's go. So start off by drawing 2 cards.
Yep, and remember, you can delay turn if you want, if you have a reason to.
I
The
think
people
I'd
going later in
rather.
this turn are Pung, Jeff, and the Believers.
Now, can you give me what happened with this guy right before he died again? While I'm looking at the things I just drew.
You shot him. He fell down. He dropped the crank, and the door shut.
Okay.
The other doors are each about a foot off of the ground right now, and
Yes.
looking at the dinosaurs that are like, if you've ever seen well, a cat's not a good example because cats are made of liquid. If you've ever seen
Yes.
a dog trying to crawl under a fence, that's the position they're in. And you estimate that once those doors get up to 2 feet high, they'll be able to crawl under and get out. So, 2 more of them are working at cranks.
Close burst 1 means it's 1 square away, right?
So close burst 1 means everything that is 1 square adjacent to you.
Yes.
It might say, if it is just an unconditional close burst 1, it means everybody within that. But a lot of times they'll say something like close burst 3, select 1 enemy within area, which is just another way of saying range 3. I don't know why they put it that way, but they do.
Okay. Let me just. I don't want to use that one. Burrowing shot is probably what I'm going to do as my ranged attack.
Remember, if you're just shooting against the minions, you can just do a basic attack. Like,
I know. I don't think I'm just going to shoot against the minions though.
Okay, good.
I think I'm going to do a burrowing shot at the hooded figure.
The lieutenant?
The lieutenant, yes.
Perfect.
I'm going to advance on his position.
Yeah, you haven't yet, right?
I can fly though, right? 5.
Then fly.
I can fly here, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly here. I'm going to now hit him with the burrowing shot.
Is burrowing shot something that you need to be close for?
No, it's not, but I want to get... I have my reasons.
Okay. Sure.
If you can see where I'm... Do you see what I'm doing? Do you see?
Okay,
Ooh.
I see.
Ooh. But I am going to shoot the burrowing shot. Wait, actually, hold on a second. I'm going to go hard, and I'm going to play Termite Blooms.
Okay. Here, the format doesn't play nice with these white.
It's okay. Oh, thank you. Perfect. And so I'm going to each creature in the burst. So
each creature in burst. Oh, I think I might have had a typo on that card. Because it's supposed to close burst 1. Okay. I will confirm that. I am fairly certain what that's supposed to say is that you know what? I don't want to, because that's finicky enough. I don't want to make a guess. What does it say the original name? Didn't put the original name in there.
I'm gonna take the card back. I'll just keep. I'm gonna go back to my original plan and play burrowing shot on this guy, right?
The guy with all the people around him.
Yes. Well, this guy. Do you see?
Okay. Burrowing shot affects people that are adjacent to them, right?
Well, the first time you make an attack before the end of your turn. Adjacent. Oh yeah. Let me just do it to let me just do it to him.
Yeah, I figured you would want that because there's more people adjacent to him.
If this is, I know this is like, do you mind if I just take my move back because
Yeah,
like
absolutely. I see what you're.
I'm gonna just move up here and then shoot at him because now I have an unfettered line to him. So, boop. Your choice. With this one, I'd use the egg launcher, right?
Yep, it is a ranged weapon attack.
Is a ranged weapon attack. With wisdom, I don't think there's any other bonus. W is 1. Which attribute I add?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom,
yes.
both attack and damage.
Ooh, 24.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. Nice.
Definitely
7
a
damage.
hit.
So it's 7 damage, and the first time the target makes an attack before the end of my next turn, each enemy adjacent to them takes 5. So if he makes an attack, he kills his minions that are next to him.
Yeah, that's very good.
Now I also think the fair way to do that would be that he can't know that would happen, if that makes sense.
I agree.
Yeah. So I think
putting...
So I just delete this now because it's an encounter one, right? Yep.
You got it. Okay, it is...
Wait, do I delete it, or deleting it sends it back to the...
Deleting it puts it in the discard.
Cool. Awesome.
You never have to worry about, like, messing up the decks. There's a button I can press that just reformats the deck, basically, so there's very little chance of you actually doing anything wrong.
Oh, alright. That sounds perfect. Okay.
So I wasn't able to find the original for this Termite Bloom's ability, but I'm pretty sure the thing is you shoot your ranged weapon, it does the... So I'm pretty sure it's exactly what it says, just remove that primary target line.
Okay.
It's just, you shoot your ranged weapon, it does that damage, and then it creates a bunch of fungal blooms.
Okay, got it. I'll keep looking at
it. So you've done that. Your turn is over. He has that status on him. It is Pung's turn, and let me open up Pung here. Pung is going to use... I like this. This is good. Okay. Pung is going to use an ability. It is an attack, so, just to confirm, that just said deals damage, not like there's a... I don't think there's any kind of roll to prevent it.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So he's going to point and issue a command, and upon doing the motion of pointing, there is a...
Hilarious.
What was the text of that? What was the like flavor text on that card? Hold on.
I don't remember.
Discard
actually.
Burrowing Shot. Oh, this is so grisly. Oh, it's horrible. Okay.
My character is very grisly. Like,
beetles burrow into your enemy's flesh, erupting to attack nearby foes when your target makes an aggressive action. So he points and beetles burst out of his back and jump at the guy next to him.
Jeez.
Who dies a horrific death while he is barely inconvenienced. So this dude is dead too.
That's awesome. I like this.
Okay. But what he has done is he has pointed at this minion and he has said, "Get him!" Specifically, he's using Perilous Orders. Target one ally that ally makes a charge attack and deals 3 extra damage. So he's going to charge here and attack, and whatever he rolls, it's going to be 3 damage more than that. So attack bonus is 4, defense stat is AC, damage formula is 5, and then I have to look up how much gets added to that, because I've already forgotten. I think it's a 3 damage extra. But an 8 does not beat AC. Not even close. Jeff's AC is 19. And he's got that AC boost on him from you, so his AC is 20 right now. So this guy runs forward, screaming, "In the name of Pung!" and slaps him with this coral staff he's got, and it just bounces fruitlessly off of Jeff's cape. And it is now Jeff's turn, and draw 2 more Jeff cards. 1, 2. All right, let's see what he's got. Resilience of Life. An ally adjacent to the user gains temporary hit points. Once during each of your turns, you can mark each adjacent enemy as a free action. Mountain Lion Step, Warden's Lunge. Okay, I know what he's gonna do. So, first, Jeff is going to use Nature's Wrath to mark this guy who is next to him. Let me go ahead and place that little mark icon on him. Lasts until the end of your next turn. Actually, I shouldn't have deleted that because here we go. Yeah, because he keeps it. Okay. And then he's going to use Warden's Lunge. He's going to perform a charge attack, and on hit, deal on hit, he marks the target. So he's going to use that on Pung. So 2, 3. Yeah, right there is probably good. Now let's have him roll. This is a strength versus AC. No other attack bonus. 1 weapon, strength. Does 16 hit Pung? Yes, it does. Okay. It's going to do 4 damage, and Pung is marked. Now, I'm gonna recollect that Warden's Lunge ability, but I'm also gonna put down the thing that Jeff can do to a marked enemy. So that is one of them.
That's a cool ability.
Yeah, I think that's his. It's an immediate interrupt too, so he doesn't. It's not an attack of opportunity either, so he can do it technically unlimited. An enemy marked by you makes an attack that doesn't include you as a target. Just immediately attack them. So that's the point of his marking is he basically prevents them from being able to attack anyone but him unless they want to get lapped every time they try to. Now, unfortunately, he needs to be at melee range for that to work, and he is no longer at melee range of this Pung Believer. But the Pung Believer doesn't know that, and one of the conceits of being marked is that the enemy knows they are like that you have challenged them, but not what the conditions of that challenge are. So Pung Believer has no reason to not believe that Jeff could punish him if he attacked anyone else. So he's going to want to attack Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff's turn is done. It is Pung Believer's turn, and two of them finish cranking this wheel, and the effect is that the beasts are unleashed.
Okay. Not great.
So that's 2 steps. The beast is unleashed. He crawls out of the cage and immediately gobbles the Pung Believer.
Oh, yes, naturally.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the Pung Believer knew exactly what was going to happen. Like...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it says that on their contract.
Uh-huh. In the event.
Yes. Come on. Alt, click, and then I click. Just this one. There we go. Okay, and this guy is also dead. That leaves, there's only one Pung Believer alive, correct?
It does seem like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, it's the start of the next turn. Are you guys comfortable going until 5?
Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't see a problem with it.
Mike, is that all right?
Yeah, I might need to wrap soon.
How about okay, well then let's go until 4:15 and see if we can get a turn done in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No worries.
Yeah,
4:15 works.
All right, Mike, you go first.
Yeah, so I want to run up to the Pung Believer that's right in front of me and use my static ability.
Yeah. You it has a range of 5, so you don't need to be at
Oh,
melee.
I actually don't even need to move. Okay, yeah,
Yep.
then I'll stand right here and do it.
Yep. The cool thing with that ability is that static shock melee abilities have some like specific rules about them and the way other things interact with them. So that could be a way to like bypass certain things that say like, for example, if you use a ranged attack when next to an enemy, they get to attack of opportunity you, but not if you do a melee attack. So you can bypass the attack of opportunity stuff by using that. Okay, so go ahead and roll. You're rolling intelligence, intelligence 1, intelligence. And I will make a note that your attack has a +1 bonus here.
Hey, Bryn, I do have a quick question. Because one thing that does seem to be, like, slowing down the pace of my turn is that I can familiarize myself with the stuff that I have in my hand in between my turns, but then I draw 2. Is it a problem if I draw 2 at the start of the turn order and already am familiarizing myself?
Yeah, I think that's great.
Okay.
I think that might actually be a good idea, is to just have us at the beginning of the top of the turn do our draws.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a crit. And on a crit, well, let me actually not make this up. Let me just look up what happens on a crit. I think I know, but I'm pretty sure what happens is actually, I just remembered. I'm Googling this to confirm, but I'm pretty sure what happens is you automatically get the highest number on your attack dice.
Well.
Yeah, I'll have to read through it later. But so you rolled a You rolled a d6. Plus some number. D6 plus 3. And so that should have ended up actually just being 6 plus 3, so 9 damage. Did you use that on the Pung Believer?
Yes.
Okay, the amount of damage is irrelevant. The Pung Believer is electrocuted and falls to the ground with all limbs fully stretched out and just kind of still shivering. Okay, your turn's over. Do you want to move?
I want a flavor text that the Pung Believer I killed in the first round is still, like, moaning. Like, being constricted slowly.
Yeah. By a centipede, which is, I would say, being constricted alive by a, like, human-sized centipede is, I think, the worst possible way to die.
One of them, yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Drakes. Now this is gonna be fun because they're finally free. Okay, their movement speed is 6. Click. They're only gonna be able to get to here because of difficult terrain. This guy is gonna be able to go 3, 6. Okay. Cult leader. I think he's gonna do the same thing he did earlier. Lieutenant. This is gonna go against Kevin. Actually, it's gonna go against Jeff this time.
Okay.
Attack name. Oh, that hits, and that is 7 damage, and Jeff is blinded.
Wow, not great.
Yeah, you guys have been lucky that he didn't hit either of you with that, because Jeff can still fight a little if he's blinded. You guys would be not in a great place. Okay. So, it is Kevin's turn.
Okay.
We've got 3 minutes.
Perfect. I think I can, the static shock, is that...
Mike, can you pick that back up?
Which one?
Static shock, just right click on it and say take card.
Yep, done.
I'm gonna do, because it's our last one, I'm gonna do my daily. I'm gonna do corralling shot. Just gonna blow it.
Okay.
So, there's a primary attack and a secondary target. Let me see situation. So, I mean, oh, that's Jeff. Never mind.
I mean, you could do it on Pung and his lieutenant, because his lieutenant is within 5 squares.
Oh, 5 squares! For a second I thought that was 5 feet. So yeah, I'll do that. So, primary attack.
Wisdom versus AC, 2W
Yeah.
plus wisdom.
Make
sure you're selected on yourself.
Yep. Good choice. It is with the egg launcher. It is a wisdom. There
Versus
are
AC.
no bonuses, but the W on this is 2. And damage. Where's the damage actually?
The damage is
it's
just 2W plus whiz.
Plus whiz. Perfect.
Okay.
25 with 17 damage.
Okay, roll again. And you're going to do almost exactly the same thing. Wisdom versus
Secondary
AC.
target. Yeah.
Is
Sounds
the
good, but the
lieutenant,
secondary
right?
attack is only 1 W.
And no bonus.
1 W and no bonus. egg launcher, and 0, 1, and hit is wisdom. Oh, wait, no. The secondary attack is just 1 W damage. It's not, there's no wisdom bonus.
Yeah.
Whoa, nat 20.
And, okay, so that would end up just being 10 damage on him. So, the lieutenant is going to take 10 points of damage and be dragged adjacent to this guy.
Wow.
Pung is going to take
17 damage. If 25 hits.
It hit. Yeah, so Pung is not quite what we would consider bloodied, but close to it.
Okay.
And you have pulled that other guy over adjacent to him. Now,
this is cool. That was a really good turn.
now
I'm just leaving corralling shot on the board.
Yep. That's what you want to do. Now, on Jeff's turn,
right to 415, actually.
Yep. So Jeff's not going to do it just yet, but I mean, this combat ceases existing as soon as we're done. But on Jeff's turn, because you corralled them together, Jeff could use his Dragon Breath to hit both of them as a minor action.
Okay.
And then use Attack of Winter's Herald to hit both of them hard as a standard action. Jeff has a lot of options, actually.
This is a really good teamwork turn because I corralled them and then Jeff can hit them both.
Yep. And Mike, I think, also might have some area of effect stuff. So that's
awesome.
Good. That's the goal with that's the thing I really wanted to get with this system over because I had a lot of fun with Spacefair, but I did really miss these juicy tactical things.
I will say honestly, my getting the hang of it, drawing cards at the top of the turn order and just in general practice, I feel like I'm pretty fast at it now. That turn, we've been talking about it for 2 minutes. My turn took 2 minutes. Not that bad if you know.
Yeah. So it took 2 minutes because we had fun and talked about it.
Yes.
If we wanted to rush through, we could have done it much shorter than that. But
yes,
we were having fun, and that's the point. Okay, so good. I'm going to say this was a huge success. I realized I needed a particular macro, and other than that, it looks like all the features, all the cards and everything are working just the way I want them to.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty happy with how the pacing of the battle is going. We're at close to the bottom of the second, maybe third round, and things are already things have changed significantly. You've killed all of the minions. You've got the 2 bosses on the ropes. I would guess those 2 bosses are going to go down in no time, but you're now trapped in a room with all these angry dinosaurs, and you have to... But, in fiction, there's no reason you guys have to fight those things. So maybe then the second half of the level from there is just a chase scene where you guys are trying to escape.
So you're like, quick, somebody cut off his hands so we can prove we got him, and then we run.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's great.
All right,
so
awesome.
I had fun with this. I'm looking forward to starting our campaign.
Yeah. I look forward next week, right? Next week?
Next week.
Okay. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Bye, everyone.
All right,
All right, y'all.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Catch you.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.